Alright guys, in today's video, I'll be showcasing how you can get these two swords right here, the CDK. Now, before we get started, I would like to thank you guys for giving me like 24 views in 2 hours, which is actually crazy. I didn't expect my first video to pop off like that. But, yeah. Also, I would really appreciate if you guys subscribe because, it would just really help me out with these videos. Let's get right into this video. Okay, so first thing you need to do in order to get the CDK is you need to have, two swords, the Yama and the Toshida. So first of all, I'm going to show you guys how to get the Yama because that's pretty much the easiest one to get so far. So the Yama is this sword right here. So in order to get the Yama, you need to do something called elite quest hunting. You just need to kill about 20 elites. So in order to do that, you need to talk to this NPC at the sea castle, and then you need to say yeah and boom. See, there's a guy called Urban in the floating turtle area. So all we need to do is go to floating turtle. If someone else kills the elite before you, then it will say quest canceled, and you have to wait like 5 minutes for another elite to spawn in. But yeah, all I need to do is search for the elite. So we're gonna search for the elite. Now in floating turtle, I believe there's many spawn locations. So an elite could spawn here, or they could spawn right up there. Or they could spawn behind there, behind the musketeer pirates. But ours is, top of there. Alright, now what to do is just kill the elite. Very, very simple. If you have Buddha or something, just M1 spam until you're dead. And yeah. Okay, there we go. So now, as you can see, once you kill him, you get like some fragments, some money and stuff. But yeah, once you do that, you need to do this like a 20 amount of times, or you could do the player hunter quests, which mean all you need to do is kill a couple of players also. So what you could do is you could do like 10 of these elites and then do 10 of these player hunters, which is actually what I did. So I'm pretty sure to say like 10 or something like that. Oh yeah, it doesn't say progress, but I'm pretty sure it would say 10 or something because I killed like about 10 of those and 10 of the elites. So yeah, that was the easiest way that I thought, but I just recommend doing the elites because technically that's a little easier. But once you do that, all you need to do is go to Hydra. So let's go all the way to Hydra right here. So once you're at Hydra, all you need to do is go down this little waterfall. Okay, so you need to go right here, and then you need to go down here into this little waterfall secret entrance area. I need to go here. Now all I need to do is break this door. So let me just, there you go. So as you can see, there's these ghosts here. You need to kill the ghosts first. Okay, there you go. And then once you kill all these ghosts, there should be the Yama in the middle, but for me, it's just showing like a regular sword because, I already have the Yama. But all you need to do is click on it and pull it. So Toshida on its own is pretty hard. It's a lot harder than the Yama sword. So I'll show you how to get it. So first thing you need to do is actually get the chalice. Now how you can get it is doing the elite quest. So I guess you need to do more elite quests. So you might need to kill some more elites if you need to get Toshida. But yeah, there is a chance of you dropping a chalice. Now you do need someone with the aura colors, which is red, pink, and white. So you need these three specific aura colors to, spawn in Indra. So yeah, if you spawn in Indra, I recommend again doing this in a private server if you can, but I did it in a public server. All you need to do is when Indra is spawned, quickly go down to the same waterfall that we just came in through. And yeah, once you go into that like waterfall that we just came down to, go through this door, kill all the ghosts, and that door should open. That waterfall should open. You go through here, you go here, and then there's the secret door. Now, since Indra isn't spawned right now, and since I already have Tsushita sword, if Indra is spawned, the door will have these like weird like uh arms thing coming out of it. and you have to go in here, and then you'll be teleported into Turtle Mansion. You go through that door, you will be handed a torch, and you'll be given about, I think, like 5 minutes or so. So I recommend having a couple of friends to guide you, because once you have that torch, all you need to do, you'll be like spawned in like right here at like the entrance of Turtle. So all you need to do, there are a couple of torches around this map, which I recommend, like, having some friends with. There is an order to this, which I kind of forgot about. There's like random torches scattered around this place. Yeah, okay, there it is. This torch, you need to grab your little torch that you have in your inventory and light it up. But there is an order to this, which I'm pretty sure, you could just ask your friends. I kind of forgot the order, but yeah, there is an order to the torches. But yeah, once you light up all the torches successfully in the given time limit, it will say, "Good job, you can come to my hideout now." And the hideout is actually right here. And it's actually the hideout to a boss called Longma. Now, if you kill Longma, who is not here, but if you kill Longma, you can get yourself the guaranteed 100% drop chance of the Tashida sword. So yeah, once you got the Tashida sword, all you need to do is, get the mastery and yada yada yada. But once you've gotten 350 mastery on both Yama and Tashida, what you could do is to do a couple of quests to get this. So here of Turtle Mansion, to go up here, hold on, to go up here, and you'll find this door. However, you need to talk to an NPC to actually unlock it. So I don't know where the NPC is. Yeah, this NPC right here. Yeah, so something before, but it should say, good job, like, good luck, it's open in there, that it's open there. So yeah, all you need to do is now go in the door right here, go inside. And then there's going to be a couple of scrolls right here. I don't have them because I already did them. But for the Yama scroll, or right here, this is the Yama scroll. There are lots of stuff or like trials that you need to do. So I'll be going over them one by one. So the first thing we're going to be talking about is the Yama scroll. So first thing is the pain and suffering. All you need to do to complete this is take 8 to 10,000 damage from an enemy or a player. I recommend doing it from a player. Actually, funny story, I actually got that quest done somehow from legit just like PvPing with a player randomly, because there was just a Kitsune user just came by here, and I obviously just spammed him with the Buddha fruit. But yeah, um, nonetheless, you could just, take some damage from the player or some enemy, but you have to be holding the Yama sword specifically, otherwise it won't count. Now, sometimes you might have to do this over and over again because sometimes it doesn't count, the game won't count it sometimes, so yeah, yeah, take that in mind. But yeah, next trial is the Haze of Misery. So the Haze of Misery is like, when you spawn Rip Indra, you get like a foggy thing. Now this is gonna be the hardest thing for you to do. There are about 3 islands that you need to go to. So it's randomized, by the way. So for me, sometimes if you accept that quest, everything will turn foggy. And sometimes these like NPCs right here, sometimes they spawn in, but I did it on a public server because it was just glitching out on a private server. But sometimes some of these NPCs, sometimes no NPCs on the island, but some of them will have these purple dots, and you need to kill these specific purple dotted NPCs. And yeah, it's a bit of a grind. So you need to either, like when you accept the quest, you'd find some NPCs at Turtle or at Hydra, the ghost count as well underneath the waterfall. Yeah, there's Hydra, there's Turtle. Tiki doesn't count, but there is Haunted, Chocolate Land, Cake Land, like, and all those islands could count, so I recommend having a portal fruit on you or some sort of like mode of transportation. So yeah, that's why I recommend doing that. It's gonna take a long time if you don't have a portal fruit, aka me, because I had to ask my friend to give me one. But yeah, it worked out in the end. But once you've killed all those NPCs, remember it only all those like purple dotted NPCs spawn in only on 3 islands, and also the fact that let's just say, you see like purple dotted mythological pirates, and you kill all of them, right? That doesn't mean you're done with the island. Some forest pirates can also have the purple dot, so I just recommend just going through the entire island and searching all that. But yeah, once you're done with that quest, the hardest part is done. So all you need to do next is you need to do the Fear the Reaper trial. Now, surprisingly, this is kind of easy for me, but I did mess up the first time. All you have to do is spawn the Soul Reaper by getting the Hallow Essence, which all you need to do to get the Hallow Essence is talk to the Death King, and he will ask you 50 bones each time you roll. You could most of the time you get some trash, some money or some fragments or some EXP, like 2 times EXP, even though you're max level. So yeah, you might get those. But yeah, once you get an Hallow Essence, I recommend having a friend as well. So it doesn't really matter who spawns in the Soul Reaper. It matters who dies to it. So all you need to do is once the Soul Reaper has spawned in, to go up to it and let him kill you. That's it. Just let him kill you, and then you'd be teleported to the Hell's Dimension. Now, the Hell Dimension. What the hell happened to my? What is going on with my screen? My screen is broken. Okay. What? What? Okay. But yeah, first thing about Hell's Dimension is, okay, my screen is legit lagging. Yeah, first thing you need to know about the Hell's Dimension is the player will be tasked with 3 torches. So yeah, like we did in the Toshida quest, you'll be given some torches, but all you need to do is click E on them, and a bunch of NPCs will spawn. But on the so I recommend having a Buddha fruit because that helps out a lot. And then there's the final boss, which is it's like a pretty much like a raid, but there's a final boss called the Hell's Messenger who has the Awakened Dark fruit, and honestly, it doesn't really matter if you have Buddha and like a really good fighting style, like like Sanguine, for example. So yeah, if you have those 2 things, you'd be all right, And if you're like max level, you'd be fine. You'd be fine. But yeah. Also, then after doing that, it would say the scroll has reacted to your achievements. After completing it, the now, okay, after defeating the boss as well as the NPCs, you see this massive door and it will light up and you go inside it and man, that's it. You're done. And then it will say at the top of your screen the scroll reacts to your achievements and you need to go up to the scroll, the Yama scroll, and click E on it so that it would burn away and disappear from the pedestal. Now, also I do need to remind you guys, every time you do a quest, you get these little Alucard fragments. Yeah, I just want to remind you guys that. The Alucard fragments is what eventually forms this little gem right here. And, once you get all those, Alucard fragments, I'll show you guys what they are. Right here, these. Once you get 6 of these, aka doing all the trials, it will, make this little gemstone and it will unlock this door to the boss. But yeah, kind of got sidetracked. Let's go into the Toshida scroll. So Toshida scroll is um it's pretty easy, to be fair. It's actually very, very easy. First thing is Doc's Legends, which is the easiest one. You need to talk to 3 different boat dealers or luxury boat dealers in 3 different islands. Doesn't matter which island. You just need to talk to any, like, NPC, any boat dealer NPC or luxury boat NPC, and click next, next over and over again in the little dialogue section, and until you see Pardon Me. Then you need to click that, and then it will say, "Nice to see a familiar traveler around here." And yeah, that's all you need to do, right? So you need to do that 3 times on 3 different islands. But that's the easiest one. The next one is Sense of Duty. So all you need to do is kill an NPC from a pirate raid. And once you have, done a yeah, all you need to do is just, kill an NPC at pirate raid. Now for me, I had to wait until the raid was finished to get my Alucard fragment. Sometimes that happens when there's like so many people doing it as well. But yeah, when you get the Alucard fragment from doing but yeah, once you've done the pirate raid, you should get an Alucard fragment. Then the next thing, the final trial for Toshida is Soulless. Now, just like the Soul Reaper, you need to go to the Cake Queen. Cake Queen doesn't require any spawns. You just need to go to Cake Queen. Hopefully, she spawned in. But all you need to do is you'll hear this little tune in the background, and there's this little song, and you have to kill a Cake Queen to kill the Cake Queen in under 2 minutes, which is the duration of the song. So yeah, to kill the Cake Queen under 2 minutes, and if you don't, well, failed. But if you do, you get transported into the heaven dimension. So the heaven dimension is pretty much like the hell dimension, but all you have to do is kill a couple of NPCs by lighting those torches. But then, there's also the awakened light user called Heaven's Guardian, just like the Hell's Dimension, like Hell's Manager. But yeah, once you kill that, NPCs and boss, you need to the door. You see another door. It's like you you would see another door, and it would light up, and it would like open, and you need to go inside of it. And then once you've done that, you touch the scroll again, just like you did with Yama, and it will burst up into flames. And yeah, that's it. Then you have one last thing to do. To go up here, there should be a pedestal here, but it's disappeared from me now. All you have to do is click E on it, and then it will say like all the Alucard fragments you've collected will form into a new gem, and it will go up here and just go into this little hole right here, and it will unlock this door, which will spawn in a boss, which is not spawned in yet, but it will spawn in a boss. Um, yeah, all it do, it will spawn in a boss called Cursed Skeleton Boss, which you can only damage which you can only damage with the Yama or Toshida sword. So yeah, I recommend again having a Buddha for this, because surprisingly, this boss does lots of damage somehow. But yeah, this boss holds the Cursed Dual Katana, but once you've killed the boss, you should, go into your items or something. It will actually auto-equip the CDK, I'm pretty sure, once you kill the boss. But yeah, once you kill the boss, you should have the CDK. So now all you have to do is learn a couple of combos with this, very, very, look at this. Look at this. It's, in my opinion, worth the grind. Look at the range. Look at that range. But yeah, honestly, once you've gotten the CDK, congrats. You did it. You got one of the best swords in the game. So I hope this tutorial was really helpful. Make sure like and comment, subscribe, and yeah, just let me know what I should do in future videos. So yeah, see you guys next time. Peace.